As you can see by the title, I am falling in love with One Piece all over again. And for some clarification, the anime. Now, before you start asking, whoa, the anime, I recently have been rewatching the One Piece anime. And the reason for that is because I got my friend into One Piece very recently. I got him into starting One Piece, watching it, because I've been trying to say, like, hey, you need to start. I mean, I know you like, Hunter x Hunter. I know you like Shonen in some way. I know you like Boku no Hero Academia. He's up to date with that type of stuff. I was like, give One Piece a shot. I know it's a lot of episodes. I know it's a lot of chapters, but it's a very good series. I completely recommend it. It's one of the best shonen, and it definitely deserves all the praise it gets. And so I've been trying to get the man to start, One Piece for a while now. He finally started it, and as I expected, he really does like it quite a bit. And currently, right now, on the rewatching binge we are on the Skyland Arc. We just about met Enil. Inaru or Enil, the English pronunciation or the Japanese pronunciation, regardless of whatever one you want to choose. Basically, we're at Skyland, about to meet God, and I'm looking forward to seeing his reaction overall. But I've been rewatching it with him, episode by episode, and gotta say, just rewatching One Piece again makes me really just appreciate the journey of the series. And, I want to talk about, okay, this video is not necessarily going to be anything that's like, I guess, a theory crafting video or anything like that. It's just mainly me expressing my love for the series, because when I was getting into One Piece, I wasn't an anime reviewer at the time. I didn't review anime, I didn't have a YouTube channel, so I never really got to discuss my thoughts when I first started the series. But rewatching it has allowed me to kind of rekindle those feelings I first had, and it allows me to express my emotions I had when I was watching these arcs. Now, just for a quick clarification, this is my first time ever rewatching One Piece. I have never rewatched the series. I've always seen, like, certain clips or whatever scenes, like, for instance, the Blackbeard stuff and Whitebeard stuff. I've always seen, like, certain scenes, like, like, constantly on YouTube or whatever. That's the only time I ever went back to look at episodes. I've never actually rewatched the series, rewatched arcs, and so this is, like, my first time. And so it's like, rewatching it for the first time, because it's been such a long time. It's been years since I have actually seen many of these parts in the anime, and it reminded me of a lot of things. It reminded me of the journey of our characters, and it reminded me of why I love these characters so much, and why I even loved One Piece in the first place. It just makes me fall in love with it all over again. So to get right into it, I just want to say, after rewatching, I can gladly say that One Piece has aged quite well. It really has. I mean, I've seen a lot of manga in recent times, and I read a lot of manga, watched a lot of anime, and I will say that One Piece is one of those series that has aged really well. It's like fine wine. It has not really aged that bad whatsoever, because see, when I got into One Piece, I wasn't really that familiar with every shonen cliche and certain things when it comes to shonen, and so I just didn't really know what to expect overall. This is a time before I was really into Bleach, before I, finished Naruto, before I finished, other major shonen series, before I even got into Hunter x Hunter. Basically, it was at a time when I didn't really know much about shonen, and so I was worried if I was going to rewatch One Piece, I was going to notice a lot of problems, certain things that kind of bugged me. And to my surprise, there really isn't. There really isn't that many things that really bug me overall about One Piece and the story, the arcs, and all of that. I mean, Oda clearly, when the series first began, he clearly knew what he wanted to do, which we know. If you're up to date with the manga, you know Oda already has everything planned out. But I mean, when you look at the beginning of the story, it's just very obvious that Oda knew what he wanted to do. He knew where he wanted to take the story. He knew when to set up these characters. For instance, Nami, okay? Majority of the first part, of One Piece is setting up Nami's arc for Arlong and all that, which, it's one of my favorite arcs. Arlong's, arc is one of my favorites. It's easily one of the best. It really changed the tone of the series, just seeing Nami in the village when she's asking for help to Luffy. Luffy puts his hat on her, and it's just a very emotional and epic moment overall, and I love how Oda just did all of this little subtle build-up since, like, the very beginning. I mean, let's also think about Laboon and all that when he entered the Grand Line, to, you know, the stuff with Gold Roger, to, you know, Smoker and all that. I mean, there's just so many things that were built up over time that just is incredible when you really take a moment to think about it, that Oda has such a good series. He has crafted such a good world, and it makes you realize this is why One Piece is just so popular. The world is just so massive. It's so engaging, the characters are so unique, the designs are never the same, and if there's one thing I can give to Oda, is that when it comes to the designs of the characters, they have been very unique since the very beginning of the series. When you look at the character designs, you really don't see the exact same character whatsoever. The only thing you see similar, honestly, when it comes to characters, is probably just the female body shape, the hourglass shape. Besides that, when it comes to faces, you know, the way their hairstyle is, style, and all that, they're very, very unique, and it just makes me love Oda's writing because of that. So anyways, getting right into it, though, I think since the series has aged so well, it's making me appreciate it a lot more, especially the Sky Island arc. Oh man, like, I know for a fact, for some reason, I heard it a while back, that Sky Island wasn't really that popular. Now, I don't know if that is the same anymore, and I know for a fact there was a lot of flack for Fishman Island arc because of how it was dragged out in the anime. I'm not talking about the manga, I'm just talking about anime-wise. But besides that, I know a long time ago, when I, at the very least, was getting into One Piece, I remember many saying that the Skyland arc wasn't as good as, like, you know, the Alabasta arc, to the Arlong arc, to, you know, what was going on in Impel Down, to, you know, stuff like that. You know, not many really cared about the Skyland arc, and I can understand why. When, I mean, you look at the other events of One Piece, Skyland, the only really crazy good stuff that it does is the world building and Enil. That's the big stuff about it. But even then, I think the Skyland arc, I really like it because of the world aspect of it. It really brings out One Piece and what makes it such a good manga, because it's an adventure manga. It's, you know, our characters going on an adventure, learning new things, exploring new things, and the Skyline is a perfect representation of what One Piece is, what the world of One Piece is, and what to expect. It's a mystery. You never know. You never know what's on the Grand Line. You don't know if there really is floating islands in the sky, and I think that's why I really enjoy the arc. Why I'm enjoying it a lot more than I did, just because of how it's like the essence of One Piece itself. But anyways, though, talking about other things, I gotta say that I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to finally get back into Water 7, because I know for a fact when I watch Water 7, oh, I loved Water 7. Like, I loved that arc. I mean, that's when, you know, Gear Secondo, you know, popped up, and, you know, Gear 3rd, and we had, you know, Raw pop up. I mean, we had the whole Mary. Just, there's so many good things in an arc, and I'm not even talking about, you know, the Luffy and Usopp stuff. Just so many good moments in that arc, and I just can't wait to rewatch that. And if I'm correct, when we get into that arc, Water 7 arc, the animation style changes as well. It actually improves, and it looks really good. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. And just to kind of give you guys a brief update, my friend is enjoying the series. He's actually wanting to watch it without me, which is pretty funny. But, I mean, I told him, we're watching together. I want to see the series too and all that, because I want to be able to talk about it with all of you guys and give you guys updates on how I feel about it and how One Piece overall has aged. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about this video? Because, I mean, I don't know if many of you even care in the first place. I don't know if you guys would like me talking about old events of One Piece. I wanted to express my thoughts of the rewatching of it. So, I love you guys, and, you know, you have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe, leave a like on this video if you like this content, and if you don't like it, obviously, leave a dislike. So, I love you guys, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.